Hey guys, welcome to Season 2, Episode 17 of Bones. Here we go.
This cemetery has been connected to our parish for almost 200 years. 3 a.m., the water main broke.
That is totally CGI. Oh my god.
Those records are my responsibility, Father Sands. You're to go through me before allowing their
Did you do
I'm
something?
sorry, Father, I saw no harm in it.
I still run this parish.
I understand.
He sounds like a character from Skyrim.
Are you one of those priests who smacks school children with rulers?
It's not allowed anymore. 1951.
Who does he sound like?
No
He sounds like
5 years ago without
Calcimo?
Possible.
There's evidence of trauma to the frontal bone.
Calcimo?
Looks like a fatal assault.
I'm afraid your ground was consecrated as a crime scene, Father.
Oh.
Perhaps I was a bit colorful.
Colorful?
Yeah, writerly. I'm a best-selling author.
The victim is 30 to 40 years old. He's an old school priest.
Someone believes that a plot of earth has supernatural properties because they waved a wand over it?
There's no wands. Church
Fine.
doesn't use wands.
Fine.
Holy water.
The terminology makes it real. What do you mean? The victim was clearly murdered. We investigate murders.
Oh my god, he is in Skyrim. I know that voice, man. It's my favorite game.
And at one time, most people were certain that the
I knew that voice.
You see what I mean?
Oh, Tom.
My religion.
Can't you be satisfied?
I know it
with
now.
About God, I'll burn in hell.
He did. He voiced Calcem. I can never say his goddamn name. That's cool. Skyrim! In big letters. Underlined 1,000 times. He also voices Tolfdir. Wow. Literally my favorite game of all time.
Shovel was found.
That's so
They
cool.
say Christmas only comes once a year.
That is so cool. I think this might be the coolest guest star or whatever.
10 caterpillars in his eye sockets. He was buried about 3 years
Coolest
ago.
guest star ever?
His kind eyes. How do you know he had kind eyes? Is she not fantastic?
You aren't seriously asking me to be a part of this. Get your rendering over to Booth.
You ever heard of the sin of pride, young woman?
Dude, this is so weird.
Dr. Brennan here, she's the best in her field.
3 years
I have my freaking Dragon Priest mask over there.
I would know.
I am a massive Skyrim nerd.
My cemetery. I don't need to be insulted.
What? The rules don't let you do?
Father Matt is there if you need to talk to him.
Nicknames for priests. Last Sunday, he had the whole congregation holding hands. That's aconite. This is Oreganum vulgare. And over there are yew trees.
You know, it was the Druids who first thought of the yew tree as sacred. The Christians adopted the belief, claiming it as their own.
Stop.
What? Just making for the conversation.
If there's nothing else, I'd like to finish pruning. You go have tea with the hippie priest.
I've been here 3 years. Father,
I gotta get the other
So, you
masks.
don't believe in all the
This is only one of like
mythology he does.
Well, if you're talking about the Holy Trinity, the transubstantiation
Four,
of the
I
host,
think?
and the resurrection.
You're not gonna eat that, are you, Father?
No, it's okay. My stomach hasn't been too fine to me lately.
Then let's get out of your way.
keeps saying he's sick.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm trying to build a community here. If we can't work together to help solve a crime like this, then I'm not doing my job.
You are bossy and judgmental.
Problems between people, it's never just one person's fault.
What about Hitler? He did pretty well on his own.
Just come with me to go see Dr. Wyatt.
I will speak my mind, Booth. I will speak my mind.
Okay.
It's 7:30, Hodgins. I love it. Now you talk about smelting.
Y'all realize you're working?
Move in with me. You've taken over my closet. It's over half full. And over half is the common law definition of living together.
I have my own place, Jack. I need my place.
I need you.
We've all been exposed to coccidioidomycosis, a fungal infection from the graveyard dirt we've been breathing. Symptoms include nausea, weakness, fever.
I feel fine.
Yeah, me too.
So-
Decreased libido.
I'm listening.
We're all gonna get shots. Yeah, that sounds good.
Very good. Yeah.
She refers to God as my invisible friend.
What now is proved was once only imagined. The rat, the mouse, the fox, the rabbit, watch the roots. The lion, the tiger, the horse, the elephant. Watch the fruits.
What?
What?
Like,
Yes, Blake is telling us that we're all at the mercy of our fundamental natures, which is nonsense, of course, but when we understand our natures, we understand the resulting conflicts.
I hate psychology.
As do I. It applies a patina of science over what is essentially a dark and complex set
They're
of
bonding.
roiling unknowables.
See? What?
You weren't fighting about religion. I will find out what that issue is, help you resolve it, and set right the balance of dark and light in the universe.
Isn't it great?
Did you two sleep together?
Do you see who we are? You don't get that church. What happened to you? It's a work thing. So is us being your sister.
And eternal peace.
Amen.
Sorry, Father, I can't help you.
I did it, Father.
Yeah, that could be him.
Someone killed a priest?
Who?
I replaced him 3 years ago. I was told he left the priesthood.
Uh-oh.
Father McCourt's eyes were hollow, cold.
I take it you two didn't get along.
Clearly.
He's confessing. You know I can't say anything.
I wonder if he wasn't...
One day he was gone.
I wonder if he wasn't really a good guy.
Broken bones and bone markings from yanking jewelry and valuables off the remains.
Which means McCourt could have been struck by a shovel, but also he could have been struck by one of the valuables the grave robber found.
That's possible. I feel like there's deeper things going on now.
Father Donlin does all the gardening. It's sort of his obsession. Other than that, the occasional parishioner will rake leaves or shovel snow.
You're probably exposed to a fungal infection.
What, is that bad?
No. It's nothing to worry about. I'll have my office around for treatment.
That's, yeah. This is the third time he's said something about
serious.
it.
And this stuff could net a fortune.
Wants to kill a priest?
Apparently.
But then again, I didn't notice that you didn't want to live with me either.
Hygiene.
If you are getting cold feet.
The fungal infection we were exposed to from the graveyard is rare enough that they'd have records of anyone who was infected.
Oh.
But I need your samples for the strain.
You got it.
That's a very aggressive stance, very male. Crossed arms, defensive.
What? No, it's not.
Display.
I do that all the time. I just sit here and I'm chilling. Like, what else do I do?
Set it on fire, except, there's nothing in this place to burn. All the plastic and the metal and the flashing lights, and the arithmetic. I mean, where is a guy, a normal guy who believes in intuition and the soul?
Tell us how you really feel.
So your problem with Dr. Brennan is that you don't know what will or will not catch fire or where you stand.
Oh.
Well,
Nice try, Angel, but your name also came up on the auction site that was selling jewelry from the graves.
Which you might have gone away with if you hadn't hit the water main.
You think that I killed a priest?
Your record also shows that you were assigned to court-appointed drug counseling.
Okay, look, I had a drug problem, and I needed money. I saw these pictures in the rectory, jewelry just buried, Father McCourt and me, we never had that problem. I wasn't his type. Too old.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
I'm pretty sure it's an implication of pedophilia.
Okay, it's strange. Who?
That's what I thought.
Talk to James, okay? The kid who I did.
I think they killed him. I think somebody killed him. And I think the priest knows.
He never touched me, not even once. He was my best friend. My dad bailed on us when I was 3. Father McCourt came to my ball games. He yelled at me about my grades. He was the only one who actually cared. About a month before Father McCourt disappeared, Father Donlin came to my house. As he knew what Father McCourt was doing to me, he wouldn't listen. He was screaming that Father McCourt was going to pay for his sins.
Oh.
I'm telling you, it was scary. That old priest was crazy. He was just crazy.
So he didn't do it, but
Yes,
people
I was
thought
strict,
it did.
Father McCourt.
Organized belief systems which fail to adapt to changing mores are demoted from religions to acknowledged metaphoric myth systems. I mean, no one worships Odin anymore, or Zeus. Quiet psychology isn't working.
Who did they send you?
Priests who need firm guidance, for the most part.
In 1997, a complaint was sworn against you for assault.
It was not assault, it was corporal punishment. Found an altar boy drinking sacramental wine from the chalice.
And you caned.
The charges were dropped.
Beat him?
I learned my lesson.
There's no evidence of a struggle. These seem to have occurred post-mortem when he was dragged, probably for burial. But getting dragged over rocks shouldn't have caused those fractures.
It could be some chemical or medicine that compromised the tissue. I'll need samples to run some tox screens.
The silver was smelted using the lead reduction method. The fluxes used indicate it's from the early 1800s, probably during the Napoleonic Wars.
One of our old
What?
skeletons was ID'd as a bishop.
So,
Who's kicked me out of here?
are we saying the grave robbers
kicked out means
are
you
associated
acquiesce in the idea that this is
with
his domain.
priest dead?
Pupil dilation.
Yes, you
Booth likes to say there are more things in heaven and earth, Bones, than are dreamt of in your science. A play called Hamlet.
Yes, I was aware of that. So, if you're so uncomfortable here, why come?
Because something goes on in here. He does something.
And you want to find out what it is so that you can do it without booze, so that you won't need him anymore.
No.
No.
No, I just want to observe.
Instead of insisting on being in this room with him.
Because you want to be with
your
him.
element.
Ideally, I prefer being inside Booth's head. You know, seeing and feeling things the way he does. Then maybe I'd understand.
Be one with him.
In a scientific sense.
In a scientific
Booth
sense.
needs me.
Ta-ta then. We're done here.
Ta-ta!
Thanks.
God. That's great.
Look, the only similarity I know of was that they were from the same seminary.
Same seminary.
Look, Agent Booth, it's the chalice.
Oh no, it's the vessel in which the wine is transformed into the blood of Christ. Don't touch it, no.
It is going to be touched, Booth. It's silver, and these little eagles are a common Napoleonic motif.
It could be the murder weapon.
Can we take this with us, or do we need to serve a warrant on God?
It's a match.
That's a match.
The
Damn.
silver fragments in Father McCourt's skull came from that chalice.
Well, that officially looks the least like a murder weapon than any murder
So,
weapon.
McCourt was poisoned, an alkaloid called taxin.
Could it have been accidental?
Not at these concentrations.
Why didn't Father Matt mention it, huh? What else is he not saying?
he's not saying a lot of
You're supposed
things.
to see recalling pupil dilation or some pheromones.
You know what? We're not talking the same language here.
But I told you, I never met Father McCourt.
What, you guys never got together and paired wrestling moves?
I didn't know him there.
Paired
Did you know anyone
wrestling
went to your
moves?
college? Do you base all your investigations on rumors, Agent Booth?
He has a point, Booth.
You know, St. Agatha has been a dumping ground for troubled priests for some time, so it's reasonable to suggest that you're one of them.
He is a little fishy.
Matt could have killed McCourt and taken his post.
Why?
Because McCourt was going to come clean about being a pedophile, maybe accuse Matt if they knew each other. Of course, there's no evidence of that. I have no intuition.
None. Zilch.
You have no analytical skills. I mean, you're all about emotion. You say that means you have a well-developed feminine side.
Oh, who says that?
Psychologists.
Oh.
What? You're the one who believes in them.
Let's just stick to the case. We know that Father Donlin is this harsh, judgmental guy, so he takes action.
Old Testament action.
All right, there you go again. You're attacking God.
I'm not attacking God. He doesn't exist, so how...
Quarreling? Yes, of course you are. I'm here to put right what has been rent asunder.
Great, figured out our problem.
Yes.
From 3 meetings.
I knew what your problem was right off the bat, if you'll forgive me.
Oh my god, I think I know what he's gonna say.
Well, for fun. You're both afraid that the reason Dr. Brennan didn't sail off into the sunset with her boyfriend Sully might have been because of her ties to Agent Booth. You are both quite wrong.
Sully is perfect. We communicated well. The sex was incredible. He invited me to sail around the South Seas in a beautiful yacht for a year. I mean, why would anyone turn that down?
In my opinion, you are unable to lead a purposeless life at this stage in your psychosocial development.
He's like,
I hate psychology.
You don't like it because he's saying that all this tension between me and you is your fault.
On the contrary, if anything, your issues are more pronounced, given that your behavior has been affected by what turns out to be quite a rational fear of being responsible for somebody else's destiny.
That makes sense.
Oh, now you like psychology.
I think you'll both be able to work together just fine, now that your minds have been set at ease. Ta-ta then?
Ta-ta.
Yeah,
that's great.
Feel?
Yeah.
You know what I feel? Father Matt has been sick for a long time.
He got treated for the fungus.
But he hasn't shown any signs of recovery.
So?
I feel that's weird. I mean, his symptoms should have cleared up.
That's been something we've been...
I feel that since Father McCourt was poisoned...
You should have Father Matt checked for the same poison.
What?
We're back.
Nice.
We're back.
Poison?
Yes, father, by something called taxin.
Father McCourt was poisoned.
Stomachache, diarrhea, spasms, and death.
Well, I have all of those.
Except for the death.
Death.
So far.
We suspect the poison weakened him, made him unable to defend himself.
Defend himself from whom?
Oh!
Much weaker than himself.
Say, an old man.
Yellow.
Yeah, what does that mean?
The good news is we know how to make you feel a lot better.
Yep.
Bad news is someone's trying to kill you.
Yep. Wow. It's the Skyrim character, guys.
Psychiatrist, we were both concerned that Booth was the reason that I didn't
It's the voice actor.
It wasn't?
No,
His greatness
because
voice
I'm
is
really unable to live a life
he's the
without
villain.
tangible focus, so if I expect people to defer to me as an anthropologist, I have to concede to their fields of expertise.
Maybe I should talk to this guy.
Why?
I mean, what's the problem? Hodgins is perfect. I'm nuts about him.
Maybe you were scared of that
Oh,
step,
cool.
because it's kind of a big step.
Both Father McCourt and Father Matt suffered U poisoning.
The hell you say?
Is he allowed to say that?
Dr. Brennan's people can prove that the poison from the yew tree came from your own yard.
Both Fathers McCourt and Sands?
It's why Father Matt has been so sick.
Unless it's the girl. That would be such a twist. That'd be something they would do, though.
No one.
He knows.
Are you confessing, Father?
Yes, I did it.
What?
What?
That was too easy. He didn't do it.
You're gonna have to place your hand on the Holy Bible and swear to God to tell the truth. You gonna be able to do that?
What's going on?
Get me my lawyer.
See, I don't think you will.
Why?
You didn't do it.
Might be hard and a pain, but I
On
guess.
one condition.
I never set out to kill Father McCourt.
You poisoned him.
I saw the way he looked at James LeVay. I tried to give him just
So-
enough poison to make him too sick to want to... But he fell and hit his head. He wasn't breathing. I had to make sure he was dead. I couldn't bury him without making sure. Wrestling. Boys were all over him. And I knew better this time.
Father Matt is a good man.
I was trying to help. I was just trying to help.
You were trying to help and you had no evidence? God.
Alone with God, Lorraine. This is not that kind of confession.
That's just... I mean, if you're killing pedophiles, I mean, you're not necessarily... That's vigilante shit, so I don't agree with it. But you have no evidence.
Dr. Wyatt, we need you to do it with her.
Would that I could, but unfortunately my heart belongs to another.
No, it's... Well, Brennan says that you are the only psychological type who's ever made any sense to her.
Yeah, Yes, well, now, of course, you're flattering me, so obviously I'm helpless. I see. What about your own closet? It overflows with his things, does it?
No, it doth not.
Well, then I suggest you wait until it does, thus rendering you manifest equals. Tabling until that day the vexed question of who should move in with whom.
Wow.
That's good. I told you. You know, the accent makes everything that you say sound really smart.
And so, you and Booth, you making any further assumptions about each other?
No. No assumptions. Thanks.
Good.
Alright, listen up, Monty Python. You got it right with Hodgins and I, that's fine. That you are full of it on the other thing. She stayed because of Booth.
Oh, now you're projecting, Miss Montenegro. Agent Booth and Dr. Brennan are not you and Dr. Hodgins. I stand by my diagnosis.
You stand by the FBI. Your first priority is to get agents back into the field, solving murders.
Your romanticism is endearing, but as the bard says, lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaking fantasies, that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends.
He also says, journeys end in lovers meeting.
Oh my god.
Rising and sun doth not.
It's like shippers and non-shippers fighting each other.
You betcha. Monty.
Good.
That was great. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody knows this whole flirty, back and forth. Oh, yeah. We clearly, we like each other, but we're not going to go any further than, where we're at right now. Dancing around the idea. And being just flirty enough to where it's not too far, and being everything else to where it's not too far, and then you're just, ignoring it. Oh no. I don't know what you're talking about. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already. You can get these videos early, simplereactions.com, patreon.com/simplereactions. Yeah. See y'all next time.